coming out of now. I'll be there after my VA appointment this week. I have 5 more days of trying to navigate my PTSD triggers and calm down before I make it to my doctor. But all I have to do is reassure myself and do what I know and gather all my information and get all my doctor stuff and prescription information written down on one sheet of paper so I can give it to the VA doctor so she can review it. And hopefully it's less paperwork I can fill out, honestly. Like, with the VA, there's not really like a whole bunch of paperwork to fill out, per se, like regular doctor's offices. But, they still need the information. They need to know about my health care and where it's at right now in order to treat me and help me move forward and get the referrals I need to go across the United States if I need to. I just get really overwhelmed with all the information that I have to like organize when it's not something that I like to do. You all know me, I don't like to edit. If you have watched any of my videos, on occasion I mention I really don't like editing. So if it's one shot and done, great, and I can hit pause on my record button at any time. But like if my phone were to ring right now while I'm trying to record, it will end my recording because my FJ will pick it up automatically because it's a hands-free device, so I don't have to worry about having to touch my phone for anything if I don't have to. And I try not to. Like, I try to really just focus on driving because driving is dangerous, people. I just read another Reddit thread. Not another, but I just read a Reddit thread yesterday talking about how crappy drivers are in my state and how it's one of the only states that you'll find like people going 10 to 15 miles per hour under the speed limit. Hawaii is kind of the same, honestly, because you're in Hawaii, it's a laid-back lifestyle, and it's more about like you get there when you get there. The mentality is a little different, and it's kind of laid back, and the drivers are not in a hurry to get anywhere because it's an island and it's not that big, and you can basically do the whole island of Oahu in Hawaii like in half a day. Depends on traffic and what time you try to do it. Honestly. But yeah, you can go around the entire island in one day. This one is definitely driving like right at 55 miles per hour. Sorry, I like to go about 5 over. Sorry, not sorry. And if I were to get a speeding ticket because of it, I would gladly pay it because I am willingly to choose to do such a thing. So yeah, Oregon on Reddit gets a lot of trash talk. But I think that's with any social media platform, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Besides all the advertisements on those platforms saying, come to Oregon, it's beautiful. Look at this beautiful nature stuff. Yeah, let's flock to Oregon. Or as a lot of people pronounce it, Oregon. Even though there's no E, people pronounce the gon the way it's pronounced. But Oregon, honestly, why isn't it spelled with an A? Because that's how we say it out here. Oregon. 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 experiment on my part due to just having so much instability lately. Instability. And my neck hurts a lot this morning. So my neck was not as supported last night as the rest of my spine. So that is why I feel like it's more affected, or I feel it more. I feel it a lot more through my thoracic back because I'm a side sleeper, and I have a very unstable left shoulder with bursitis and levator ligaments, which slowly heal over time, but like once stretched out, it never really goes back. Ligaments and tendons don't really go back. Once they're overstretched, they just loosey-goosey. They don't go back. Like the only way you could shorten a ligament or something is if surgically it happened. A doctor would go in there and would do that. Which honestly, I don't see why. I don't know what kind of results you get for doing that. Just like tears heal, and then micro tears and muscles heal. But I don't know. I just don't know. I don't see why more doctors can't go in and even though the arthritis grows back, it's your body's way of trying to gain stability. Arthritis is a way that your body maladapts to trying to gain stability for something. So if something is not working right, your body is going to try and offset it, either by the left. If something on your right is messed up, something on your left is going to overcompensate for it because the other side is injured and you're trying to not use it but use it. And so the other side will inadvertently try to adapt, and it will adapt in whatever means possible, whether it's for like EDSers, it's instability. For normies, it would be more just referred pain in a different area than where the actual problem is. Me and my chiropractor refer to me as it's like unpeeling an onion. All the layers of an onion. They're so thin. There's so many. I don't even think you can count how many layers there are in an onion. You probably can, but it depends on the type of onion. I guess I don't know. But all of those layers eventually kind of stick together into a substance, and each wall. Well, I'm like peeling an onion when it comes to unraveling what is my main instability issue for the day. Because every day is different. I don't know what each day is going to hold when I wake up. And depending on what I did the day before, if I fatigue myself out, then I have even less stability. So then it makes things weaker, and it makes it harder for my muscles to gain that stability because they are fatigued. And that's one of the things with EDS is chronic fatigue. Well, wouldn't you be fatigued if there was half of you not working and the other half is doing the more work? Well, when my ligaments and tendons are loose because of overuse and high impact activities, so things I did younger in my years, I have injured myself multiple times. When I was a teenager, I have sprained every wrist and every ankle. And then plus the military. I did 9 years in the Navy and high impact running, and it eventually wears and tears your body down, along with age. But being in the military, it ages a person faster. It's proven by medical science studies that military members on overdrive and spasm, trying to keep the bursitis and the other things that are forming wrong and incorrectly, because it's trying to heal itself, it's trying to gain stability. So whatever it takes, it will make bone spurs, it will have like other things go on in your spine, because I have too much pressure on my spinal cord, and so it's creating all kinds of neurological deficits and problems and symptoms. On top of chronic fatigue, because my muscles are just so tired of being in spasm, trying to keep everything together because my ligaments and tendons fail me. My cartilage and connective tissue are faulty because of EDS. So I am in a body that's falling apart, literally falling apart on the inside, that nobody can see. Even a lot of imaging won't catch it. But I have a little bit of blood work saying I'm in an autoimmune flare. My white blood cells are on overdrive. I'm not able to suppress my immune system enough right now. But I have to be able to suppress parts of it so other parts of it don't go overboard. And well, my thyroid is on overdrive right now because of all the inflammation, the spinal cord abnormalities, and all the bulges that are pressing on my spinal cord. Everything is accumulative with having a bad left shoulder and a bad right hip. I'm unstable in many ways. And yeah, my spinal cord is too tight because that's my body's way of trying to gain stability. It decided to let's stick to the inside of something, scar tissue most likely. But unless you do the right freaking contrast and stuff, you're not really going to see all of that. And they're not going to be able to keep me laying still long enough to get all the imaging required. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to explain that to y'all. That instability is the major problem with me right now. I'm just unstable. My muscles are more relaxed because I'm able to relax my muscles, but it's a detriment to relax my muscles, honestly. It just makes things move easier, and I don't necessarily want them to move easier. I want them to be stable and be okay with being in the right spot. But with all the tension and tightness on my spinal cord and the inflammation caused by the pressure on my spinal cord, spinal cord injuries are crazy. And I'm also having very little micro brain injuries because of inflammation in my brain. Things just don't move as they should. My sinuses are finally starting to get clogged again, telling me that, okay, things are starting to stay inflamed again. This is just what happened right before surgery last time. I kept getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and nothing was helping my immune system calm down enough, unless I am to stay on steroids for months on end. And I'm just not going to do that anymore. It's breaking down my connective tissue even worse. It messes with connective tissue being on steroids, and I know this. I know how bad it is to do, but it's the only thing that makes the immune system happy besides infusions of IgG, which I'm low in. I've had people offer to help me, but they have not really been that helpful in support in the ways that I've needed. And a lot of the ways that I need is just somebody just call around and ask a billion questions about insurance, and I need to get a hold of a Medicare representative to try and explain all the different insurance plans available to me, something that will help match me with go running back to the VA. And boy, does that devastate me. I've spent a year on Medicare trying to get things approved, and then I got things approved, but the copay is just so freaking high. I have to start all over again. I have to start over. I'm so tired of starting over. I have to start over like every year, every 2 years with doctors trying to get started over again. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating because I have doctors firing me and giving up on me because they don't feel like they're not doing any help for me. And they are, but it's the insurance. It's the insurance that's breaking my wallet. I've never had to pay so much in my freaking life for health care. Because I was spoiled. I can kind of see the bias now. I can see why people are, VA healthcare is great. I mean, yeah, it is great, but it's not at the same time. Because I could not get certain things approved. It would not approve certain things. And I needed to approve certain things. My Medicare approved it, but I can't afford $1,500 for my infusions. I can't. That's more than my Social Security paycheck that I just finally got paid today. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired of being broke. I mean, I can't believe I was desperate enough to finally take in all my change, and I got $50 in change that I cashed in over the weekend just so I had gas and just enough money in my account yesterday, or just enough cash on hand yesterday, just to buy a couple things at the dollar store. So a couple snacks, and I haven't even had my carbonated water, sparkling water, in over a week. And I haven't gone without sparkling water in over 5 years. I've been consistently drinking carbonated water for 5 years straight. When I made the switch from drinking sugary, over-carbonated, sugary energy drinks. I have an addiction to energy drinks. I still absolutely love them. Once I get started on them, I don't like to stop things that I enjoy. I love making myself happy and overindulge on my happy receptors by buying everything that I want. Well, I can't afford to buy everything I want anymore. My medical costs are outweighing everything. And my bills are just racking up. And I probably owe over $1,000 again on my Chiro because I go 2 to 3 times a week without paying for a month straight. I make a big chunk payment at the beginning of the month, and then I rack it right back up because I have to keep coming here so much. I wish I could go just once a week still. I'm a big baby. I can't help that my body is just coming out of alignment so fast. In the wintertime, I feel like it slows down, but then I have other symptoms happen, like my immune system issues really ramp up in the wintertime. And then I have to be careful about places I go because everybody's going back to school, and all the petri dishes combine their petri dishes with each other's families, and then everybody's sick all the time. And I don't hang out with that many families that have kids that go to places. Anyway, I'm at my appointment. I finally made it here. I am 10 minutes late, so I only got 20 minutes to adjust. Good thing I could come back tomorrow and finish my adjustment because I know I'm not going to get it all today. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be surprised. We'll see what happens. So I love you guys. Keep smiling. Never give up. Keep fighting for happiness. Fight for happiness is worth it. Peace out.